Good morning and welcome to another video. I've taken a day off work because the tide is really good to target rays. It's a small tide. I think the coefficient is about 40, 42 or something, so not much water movement. Hopefully it'll be good for rays. Now just want to clear some couple of things up. I'm going to try not to rant, but it might end up that way, but I'll try not to. I've had a couple of messages that are insulting towards me, and sort of moaning that I keep the fish. Now I don't hide the fact that I keep fish. I like to eat fish. If you don't like that fact, then you don't have to watch the videos. No one's forcing you to. And if you're going to insult me, don't do it from a profile with your own name on it, because the beauty of social media allows me to see who you are, and then them insults become very hypocritical, extremely hypocritical. So any keyboard warriors out there that don't like the fact that I keep fish, then don't watch this any further. And just to let you know that in a year there's about 10 million tonnes of fish worldwide that gets discarded as bycatch. So a day that works out about 27,000 tonnes of fish. So if every angler took 3 kilos home, I think 3 kilos works out that you would need about 900,000 anglers a day taking 3 kilos of fish to equate to the 10 million per year. And also the fish that I catch don't go to waste. I eat them. Me and my son eat them. One dogfish feeds me, one dogfish feeds my son. So they don't go to waste. I don't want to fund commercial fishing when I don't have to. Now I'm not saying that they don't serve a purpose. They do serve a purpose, and there's people that don't fish, that can't fish, that like eating fish, and buy their fish from a fishmonger's or a supermarket. But I like fishing, I go fishing, and I catch fish that I can eat, so I am going to take them to eat. I'm doing far less damage to the environment, and me taking 4 fish a week, 5 fish a week, sorry to say, I'm not damaging the UK fish stocks. So if you're thinking there's no fish in the sea because I'm catching fish, then I think you're very uneducated. So anyway, rant over. I'm heading up to Sittingbourne again, hopefully, see if we can catch some rays. So let's get there. It's a lovely day to get into them. So here we are, back on the Swale. It's actually still a bit of water movement as the tide's going down, so see the ripple on the water. Not in a rush to set up, but I'm going to set up in a minute. Get some baits out. I'm going to put one bait out, big bait out for rays. I'm going to put a loop rig out in the channel to see if there is any flounders out in the channel or something like that. See what happens on that, and then I can assess how I fish forward with the lighter scratching rig. But it is a glorious morning in November. Very slight breeze from the south, but nothing to be a problem. It's a lovely day to be out fishing. Right, so there we have it. Mackerel and squid wrap on a pretty dropper rig. There it is in front of me. So I'm going to clip that up to take up the slack on the rod. Let's do that first. Take that up. Let's see. So the pulley dropper rig is on for the raise. I'll put a gripper on just because there's a bit of movement in the water. Quite a bit of flow going from right to left. So my whole bottom out there, see that? Hoping there's raise about still. So there we go, there's the bait wrapped on. Mackerel and squid wrap. Tip that up. Casting, like so. Put the tension on while you're clipping it, otherwise it will come unclipped. There we are. Huh, wow. Wow, big fish rising out there. I wonder what that is. That was a splash that didn't really seem like a mullet. It was a big splash though. Big fish. Might be mullet. Could be a bass. Don't know. Let's see. Right, we're going to go towards the far bank with this. But not right at it, probably 20 yards short of it. Just slowing it down. There we go, about 20 yards short of that far bank. We'll let that settle. Get this one in. Rod rest, and this is a big bait, so an array is quite likely to pick this up if they're here. So we're gonna rod tip low, rod low anyway, sorry. I'm gonna undo the drag, hopefully. Just enough so the tide's not taking line. But if a fish takes it, you can pull off. There is quite a bit of flow out there actually. But that's gripped. I'm hoping that eases towards low water. We're still a couple of hours short of that. Then I'm going to bait up the loop rig. So I'm going to do that with worms. These are still frozen, so I'll have to try and get a bit of life into these, warm them up in my hands and in the water. Moving in them to get them off the wrap. Hoping I can get a knitting needle through them. Alright, so there's 2 worms on there. It's down on the bottom one with the attractors. Flatfish seem to love beads and attractors. Let's get around the point of the hook, like so. Alright, so that's ready to clip up. I'm just going to go straight lug on this. Put a lead lift on this because I don't know why I didn't do it on the other one, but put it on this one. That way, a little bit further away. Oh, got one clip on the lead. Let's come on. Well, I haven't clipped that up. And then let's get this out. I'm going to go a little bit further to the right than the ray rod, but a little bit closer in, probably sort of in the middle. I'm going to try and get it. So nowhere near the far bank. There we are, I'm happy with that. So that's about, the other one was probably about 15 yards off the far bank. That's probably about 30 yards off the far bank. And probably 40 yards from me. Let's see if we get anything. I'm excited. Especially if the fish topping are not mullet. at that. That's immense. This is such a lovely spot. You're right opposite the nature reserve on the other side. So there's some lovely wading birds that you get to see. Avocets. There's obviously cormorants, oyster catchers. What else? Egrets. I haven't seen. There's harriers over there, but I haven't seen them yet. But it's so peaceful here. You get to see and hear everything. We've got a bite on that loop rig. So let's see what that is. What is this on here? Yeah, we got something on here. Unfortunately, it doesn't feel exciting. It feels like a doggy. I don't know, it's got a bit of pull on that, whatever that is. Let's see if I can get the stick. Oh, it's got a bit of pull. It's a big doggy. Try and get something, get a video of this. Come on, then up you come, wherever you are. On the bottom. Where are you, mate? You are a doggy. There's obviously a bit of flow out there, so we can get an underwater shot of you. Nice. I do like a dogfish. Oh, I like a dogfish. Right, there we go. Hooked in the corner of the mouth. Should, fingers crossed, pop out nicely. What's he just thrown up? Oh, he's thrown up a little. There we go, it's popped out. He had thrown up a bit of prawn on me, so they're just down on the bottom feeding whatever's there. There we go, nice dogfish. Keeping that dogfish. Makes a nice meal. On this, feels heavy, no bite, but it feels heavy. So what's going on here? A bit of weed maybe. Is there a fish on here? Oh no, what have we got? We've got a crab that's just come off, I think. Just had a crab. At least you didn't take my hook. Fresh bait out. It's not a big cast. It's just going to go out in front of me. Slowing down. There we are, out in the channel. Lovely jubbly. So I'm getting quite a bit of crab activity. Little crabs as well, tiny crabs. So I've just put the big rod down that way. I'm going to turn the tripod and I'm going to put the other rod down that way. Don't know, could be crabs there, might not be crabs there, or might be, the fish might be down there, might be a deeper area, there might be less flow, I don't know. So let's give it a go. I've got the scope to do it, I haven't tried it, so different area might pay off. Oh, there's a bite, or at least a bit pull down on the big rod. There we go. Simple change, cast in a different direction. I've now got my young to the fish. There's definitely a fish biting on that larger rod. I'm pleased with. I'm going to let that develop and see if I can hook him. Could be a dogfish or a small ray. Cast the opposite way, and now 10 minutes into, I've just got another dogfish. I'm going to get him unhooked. I'm going to keep him. Second dogfish, and then I did miss a bite on my other rod as well. That slammed over, but I was too busy trying to get footage. The things I do to put these videos up, missing bites. It's not easy on your own. Right, let's get him unhooked anyway. Well, it's very quiet here. A couple of doggies, a couple of missed bites. It's about low water now. I've got my 2 rods out. Another chap's just turned up. He's got a couple of rods out. So there's going to be 4 rods out here. Gives us more chance of seeing a fish on the bank, but doesn't look that promising at the moment. Anyway, things can change. Click of a finger. Let's see. It's very quiet now. I think I'm going to start packing up. I've had some knocks on this big one. There might be something on it, I don't know. I'm bring in the little one first. And then we'll bring in the big one, see if there's anything on it or whether it's just strip my bait. Well, that's the end of my session. Not a lot, 2 dogfish. It's nice to be out, lovely day. Missed a couple of bites, but not a lot happening here really. I guess that's just fishing, isn't it? Some days it happens, some days it doesn't. Anyway, if you like these videos, please subscribe, and see you next time.